Hey, if I needed to make $1,000 fast, like really fast and cold hard cash $1,000, and I had absolutely nothing, this is exactly what I would do. I'm Nick, and this is Money Talk for Real. Now, none of this is gonna be passive, and it might not be fun, and it's not gonna be sexy, but it will work. And if you need $1,000 fast, you just need it to work. You need the money. It doesn't really matter how you get it. And I'm not talking about the videos you see online that talk about crypto or investing. This is just real ways to make money. And to be clear, the goal here is not to get rich. It's to get $1,000 as fast as possible. Because let's be honest, what's the point in $1,000 as fast as possible? That's your baseline. That's your emergency fund. That's your stash for don't touch it for anything except for the old moment. Okay, so the idea here is not to build anything. It's just to go where the money already exists. Meaning, sell stuff that you already own. Do things you already know how to do. Flip items locally, or just offer simple, basic services that require not much skill and not much equipment or startup costs. The speed is going to matter more than the profit in the very beginning. Like in my opinion, if I can make $100 right now today, I'm gonna do that over trying to maybe make $1,000 someday. So here's some actual examples. Find items on Facebook that are free or cheap. And yes, Facebook and Craigslist still have free items listed all the time. You can actually drive down the road and see people putting stuff at the end of their driveway that says free. It may be junk to you, and it may be junk to someone else, let's be honest. But if you can turn it for a profit, start with that. And yes, even $20 is a profit. If you can find 3 free items that you might be able to get $20 out of, there's your first 60 bucks. So reselling is kind of a way to get started. And again, if you can find things cheap that are legitimately cheap, not just appear to be a deal, find things that are cheap, mark them up just a little bit, turn them for a profit. Reselling that way and flipping things can get you some money that starts small and grows into something larger. You can also just look through your own garage or your own house or your own junk drawer, whatever it is that you have. We all have junk and things that we don't use anymore that may be of value to someone else. Just be careful not to get stuck in the mindset that you can't let something go because you know you're not gonna get what you have into it. For example, if you bought an old iPhone for $1,500, it may only be worth $300 now. You need to accept that and take the $300 versus hanging on to it because you may be able to get more for it down the road. But iPhones are a good example. Old computers, old gadgets, old widgets, old tools if you're a guy, maybe purses or handbags or luggage or sunglasses or shoes or clothing. There's tons of stuff that we all have that could be sold because we don't use it anymore. We all live well above our means and we have stuff and junk that is collecting that you could easily get rid of and probably find cash a lot quicker in selling those items than what you think. Another option is to offer quick services, the dirty jobs, the stuff that no one else wants to do. Maybe you clean up someone's yard, maybe you rake leaves, maybe you pressure wash someone's house using their pressure washer so that you don't have to buy one. Maybe you clean gutters. That requires no more than just a ladder. Maybe you wash someone's car. These are small things that you're not going to get rich off of, but again, if you can make $100 here, $100 there, and just save your money, the $1,000 can come much quicker than what you think. And in these early stages, you're not trying to build a business. You're not trying to build a brand. You're not trying to make things perfect. You're trying to get to $1,000 as quickly as possible. Once you've tested a few of these things, whether it's cleaning out your old stuff, personal stuff, or doing local resale or flipping or doing the services option, once you see what works, then do more of that. If you did 2 yard cleanups and made $200 a piece, maybe start doing more yard cleanups. Repeat those services, repeat the flips. If you're finding something that's selling well on Facebook, do more of that. Go where the honey's at, so to speak. That's what bees do. They find the honey, they go there. That's why it's called a honey hole. If you're doing the services thing, try to stack the jobs at one time, meaning that if you get 5 customers, let's just say you score a big win and a neighbor calls their neighbor and their neighbor and their neighbor, and now you have 5 houses worth of gutter cleans that you need to do that are all in the same neighborhood. Try your best to stack those in one day because part of making $1,000 is also just not spending $1,000. So don't drive back and forth 5 houses 5 different days. Try to do 5 in one day. Minimize your time spent driving and your money spent driving to the jobs. And in the slight off chance that you just get super busy and overwhelmed and you have 12, 15 customers that reach out to you randomly that want you to do stuff at their house, Maybe increase your prices a little. Now, before you get in the comment section or think to yourself, that's impossible. How would I go from nothing today to 12 customers tomorrow? It is very possible, especially nowadays with online social media groups for HOAs and homeowners associations and community members that all hoard and swarm around each other online. That could be used to your benefit because you do a good job at customer A's house. 5 other people drive by. They ask customer A how they got their yard cleaned up and they give them your number. Now you have 5 potential other customers. And then those 5 each have 5. It gets exponentially larger and you can become exponentially busier, which means more money in your pocket. And one of the obvious reasons that you're gonna keep doing more of the same of what is working is because the strategy is less important here. It's more of the momentum. You need to get to $1,000. If your long-term goal is to have a business doing it, that's for a separate discussion. Right now, you want $1,000 as quickly as possible. So don't worry about whether you're doing things right or you're doing things the correct way or you have a good strategy. Just do it. This truly is an example of be a doer and not a thinker. So let's say in a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe it takes you a month and a half, and now you have $300 or $500. That's very reasonable in a month or a month and a half. By selling things, by flipping items, by doing local services, yard cleanups, car details, if you truly grind and hustle, $500 in 1 month is very achievable. And when you hit these miniature milestones, let's call them, you may feel a sense of accomplishment, as you should, as most people would and do. However, this is where some people tend to get complacent. The whole reason you started this journey is maybe you were broke or felt like you were broke and you needed $1,000 cash. And so once you got started, the money started coming in, $300, $500, maybe $700. You got your confidence back, right? Which is great. You should feel better about that because there is a safety net being built. However, it is in the process of being built. This is where most people stop. Do not stop at $500. Do not stop at $700. Your goal was $1,000. Commit to yourself, owe that to yourself, and get to $1,000. Don't let your foot off the gas. Don't back down on your intensity level. Keep going. Get to the $1,000. Then you can take a step back, rethink, kind of re-strategize, and go from there. And I am not saying this is going to be easy. No one said it's going to be easy. No one said it's going to be fun or enjoyable. The sole priority here is $1,000. That's the compromise. If the $1,000 is what you want and what you need, then these are the things you do to get there. If the sole priority was to be enjoyable and to have fun and not do things I don't want to do, then maybe $1,000 cash is not in the picture. That's the compromise there, right? So the priority here is $1,000 fast. Small wins is truly the way that you get there. Even if it's $20 at a time. $20 at a time times 5 times is $100. You do that same cycle 10 times, you're at $1,000. Small little bites will get you there much quicker than one job that pays $1,000. I mean, think about it. How easy would it be to get 5 of your friends to give you $10? Maybe a lot easier than getting one friend to give you $100 or one friend to give you $50. The same concept applies to customers and people that you're trying to get money from. You're trying to get money from them in exchange for a fair service or a fair product that you are giving to them. Most people can swing $50 a lot easier than they can give you $1,000. So get $50 from 20 people rather than trying to find the one person that will give you $1,000. And I have to reiterate, none of this is passive. None of this might not be fun to you. You might have to talk to people. You might have to have uncomfortable conversations. You might have to do things that you don't love or don't want to do, but that is the trade-off for the $1,000, which again, is the #1 priority. I would say that a common mistake here is kind of what I mentioned a minute ago, is that some people just spend a lot of time trying to find the perfect idea or figuring out the perfect strategy or the perfect method or perfect way to get to $1,000. And my recommendation would be spend less time thinking about how to do it and just start something. Even if it doesn't work, even if you try to get $1,000 and you fail and only make 100. Well, now you're 10% of the way to your goal and you made $100, so you did not fail. Don't worry about the best way to do it. Just start something, see what works. As those things work, start working towards something else by doing more of the same, doing more of the things that work. Hopefully this helped. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see next. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel because I am trying to grow this brand new YouTube channel. For now, thanks for watching. This is Money Talk for Real.